What on earth are you people even doing here? Don't you have lives? What on earth are you people even doing? Hey, and there goes my audio over Twitch, so let's kill that real quick. Okay, so they don't have lives. That's fair. Welcome to the new Marik Workshop, folks. This is Parallax here with Warlax, both of us of the Black Pants Legion, which
Hello, folks.
I feel like you probably know that at this point.
If they don't, I'm very curious what they're doing here.
It is Mad Duck's time, and they will choose to waste it however they choose.
That's fair. But still, if you don't know that we are part of the Black Pants Legion, why are you here?
Well, Streamlabs, whoever's running Streamlabs tonight just pulled out a nice quote for us. Or I guess Troa pulled that one out. So there we go. Why are you here?
Why are all of you here?
What is life? What is a man?
A miserable pile of secrets? And kidney stones?
Apathy. Well. Anyway, we are back. Spare is having a cigar. I'm a little jealous of that. I can't do that in the house. Grimo says we're a pile of memes. I'm willing to believe that.
Yes.
Out of this group, yeah.
A miserable pile of memes.
A miserable pile of shitposts. So, hi. I've been gone for 2 weeks. I had a death in the family and had to leave Texas and go back to Kentucky for a while, and it has been a hard time of things. And we're back. So I appreciate y'all coming back and all that jazz and being here. And some of you reached out to me while I was out, and I wanted to say I appreciate that from y'all. Thank you, Mad Ducks. Apparently in that off time, our good friend Warlax here has decided not to waste his own time with crafting or whatnot, and has built out himself an entire series of medical problems.
Yep.
That if he so chooses, he may talk about them, and if he does not, then we will not. But
all the viewers need to know is that I am going back almost into my 30s now, and I feel like I'm in my 50s. So that's great.
I'm familiar with these problems.
Yes.
And again, I
see myself in this picture, and I don't like it.
Again, thank you to all of you on the condolences and such. So, okay, here's what we're going to do tonight. Normally, this is the part where I say, here are the wonderful paintings and such that y'all have sent us since our last show. And our last show was 3 weeks ago. And I'm told y'all sent us some stuff. And I'm also told that Diggs did not move them from the email into the Google Drive. So I haven't seen them. So if you sent something, we're not ignoring you. Or at least I'm not, and Diggs is.
Blame Diggs.
It's Diggs' fault. It's his birthday, though, so we can't give him too much shit.
Nah. Happy birthday, Diggs.
Happy birthday, Diggs. So, viewer submissions, this screen right here, I've got nothing for you.
Sorry, guys.
Sombra, I'm not going to go diving into the auxiliary right now, because OBS would make me take, frankly, too long for it. But here's what we are going to do. We're going to look at the stuff that we've been up to, which, like I said, 3 weeks. I've not precisely been super productive over that course of time, but my own self-medication is keeping myself distracted by painting things, so that's what I've done this week. So, happy birthday, Diggs, and let's see what we've been up to. And hopefully OBS hasn't shit the bed here. We'll find out.
I guess we will.
OBS has mildly shit the bed, so I need to quickly refresh this, and...
Oh, no!
There we go. Warlax, that's yours. You tell the people all about it.
I'm waiting for the stream to catch up so that I know what it is, because I don't know which one it is. So, guys, we're all gonna have fun now. Okay, so that was actually the piece that I was working on for the last stream as far as everything was going. That is one of the mecha from Dust Tactics. It comes based in gray and everything else, but I've always wanted to do kind of a winter scheme for camo and everything else. Went ahead, saw what I could do, and God, I just love the way it came out.
It looks great. I'd be really happy with it if it were mine. I have a fly in my office again, so I'm wondering how long that's going to be before it's in my glass. Because every time this happens, there ends up a fly in my glass.
Well, what is in your glass?
Well, tonight I have all the bourbon in the house in the glass, which, chat, you will be thrilled to hear. There's no more bourbon to pour in this glass. So you can't do to me what you did last time. Also, we're not doing what we did last time. So there. Nah. Okay. Warlax, you also had this going on. Cape Dude.
Cape Dude. Cape Dude. So, last year when they announced that they were coming out with a brand new casting for Gaunt's Ghosts, I had to go and get them. As far as that goes, I have finally put them all together and based them all in white. I'm going to try a mix of speed paints and inks on all of them. And we're going to see how that actually comes out.
I'm going to go ahead and shift this over to the back view so they can see how it's turning out, because it's turning out amazingly so far.
Yeah, the camo cloaks, I decided that they wanted to do like base green, and I hate that. The reason why is because base green doesn't blend into shadows. So I'm going for a green, blue, gray on the camo cloaks. And I think that is coming out gorgeously so far. But we're gonna see how far in we can get with these guys. Also, I'd like to point out something that you got me started on, Para.
Oh God,
which is
what have I done?
I got sticky tack.
Ah, yes. Also, for future reference, as you're sending out photos of these kinds of things, I can see that you're using the top of a medicine bottle, and I will remind you that that has a lot of your personal information on it, and to crop your photos accordingly.
I understand this. Most of the information that was sent out that way is just the store information from where it got filled, but yes.
In any event, what the hell have I been up to? Warlax, what have I been doing?
Honestly, I don't know. I've been checking up on you every couple days. But...
You have. And I have appreciated that. Oh, Grimos, this is your fault. Grimos, you got up with me and said, hey, Parallax, do you know anybody that can do a commission on a mech model? And I said, yes, but it's expensive. Let me see what I can do. So then I badly kit bashed this thing together based on Grimos's specifications and what he wanted on it. And we have come up with he calls it the aggro. It's not an aggro mech. It is a mech designed specifically to be cheap as hell. Therefore, it is a 30-ton mech with a tiny-ass engine and is not tremendously well armed. But it's meant to drive off, like, shit-tier pirates and that kind of thing. So, this thing has bits of, like, the cockpit here. Like, the torso is a flea. The machine guns are off of a locust. The arms are off of a shadowhawk. The legs are off of an Osiris. There's two kind of bumps on the back that are off of a Cyclops. And then it's got the searchlight off a Warhammer on top of it.
That's pretty great.
It's cheap as hell, not terribly fast, but it's not supposed to be. So I printed one out and painted it off, and of like the 4 of these I tried to print. This one turned out. My printer's having issues. So I've done some basic work on this, and frankly, I think it's turning out pretty well.
It looks great, man.
Mad Duck said, "Behold our very stoppable army on a budget. What we lack in power, we make up for in swarming you and angry farmers willing to engage in hippity-hoppity get the heck off my property."
Sounds like this man is from Van Zandt.
He very well could be. Like, this could be like the John Deere factory of Van Zandt's product. It's the right color.
Yeah.
Also, Grimos is telling everybody in chat that he did post this in the auxiliary Discord in the new Marik Workshop channel, which still occasionally mystifies me that there's a channel named after this show, but here we go. Grimos is demanding you print them.
I mean, you get one, but the Pandora Pirate Radio, God.
You just have to be patient. You have to be patient. Okay, and then this is another thing I've been working on. This is one of White Rook's mechs that I got off of his Patreon a while back. It's an assassin. The assassin is a shit tier mech, but it is a very stereotypically Marik mech, and frankly, the model's sexy as hell.
It really is. I hate to admit it, but I actually love the assassin.
I mean, it's a terrible mech.
Oh, it is terrible. However, it is a much better javelin.
It's a much better javelin that's far more expensive than the javelin is.
Yes. But it's a much better javelin.
What if I told you that you could get a car that was better than... It's like comparing... How could I put this? I can't. There's no comparison here. It's not like there's not a car comparison here. It's just, it's more expensive to look better. I don't know. Yep. Like, it's like, oh, no, I got it. It's buying like a 2005 Cadillac CTS because it has the Corvette engine, but it looks like a Cadillac. Bubba J. Rambles? Oh, Lord. Okay. Anyway, there's one last thing I've been working on. By the way, the color scheme here, this is Free World's Legionnaires. If you look at like the unit color compendium, their picture is green, just white and green, but their notes say purple and green, so I've chosen to run with that.
Sounds like a good idea.
Well, I mean...
Sounds like it's in your wheelhouse.
Purple burb. But the purple on here, this is 1-to-1, what the hell do they call it? Hive Dweller purple, 1-to-1 with just a drop of water. And that tones down that super dark purple enough to let some of the edges show through. And then the green is actually orc skin green, which I have not spoken terribly kindly of in the past, but it did the job here. And then the last one.
I love it. I'm using it right now.
The last one is a kit bash of Kearsala's 2 Orion models in the same scheme. He's actually finished. And as I said, going through the shit I've been going through, I didn't feel like making anything shiny and clean. So he's kind of been drugged through hell. And actually, Warlax.
Yes.
I stole one of your pieces of advice for this one, because you can see on him several darkened spots where I hit it with pigment powders to kind of give it that battle damage kind of look.
Yep.
So, I'm pretty happy with this Orion.
Yeah, it looks great, man.
Thank you. And also, I agree with you, Troa. Purple Burb is better than Green Burb.
I will also state that Purple Burb is better than Green Burb.
And if
it is also better than Fog Cat.
What about Spirit Cat? I mean, they're part of Purple Burb now, so who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, depending on whether or not you're reading Ill Clan stuff, it's more iffy then. Purple Burb is strong. Purple Burb might be kicking the dog shit out of Wolf Empire right now. So that's nice. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to this thing that we're actually here to do. So,
Why would we do that?
I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't know what people are here to start with, but
To try and get you.
let's hope that doesn't happen again. Like I said,
considering you said that all of the bourbon in
it's
the
all
house
here.
in that
This
glass,
is it. It's all here.
and there's not bourbon in that glass, is what you said.
No, there's bourbon in this glass. There's just like a finger and a half.
Okay.
Anyway, what are you said you were working on that Cape Guy tonight. Cape Guy. He's working on Cape Guy. Oh shit, we got an eye break and a stretch and a water break. So in lieu of water, I have Canada Dry.
Ooh.
Eye break as I look around.
Yes, eye break looking around. Joe Louis Arena, circa 2002, with the Red Wings winning the Stanley Cup. That's a really great thing to look at.
Oh, hockey, I see. I have to look around and be like, baseball. It's been 22 years since the Reds won the World Series. Shit. I'm sorry, it's been 32 years. It's been 32 years. My feelings are hurt by remembering that.
It seems like Squic will be joining us. He just ended up getting hung up a while.
That's fine. And guys, Cookie should eventually be here. Wait a minute.
What's a Stanley Cup? Okay. National Hockey League. You win the league, you get the cup. There you go.
That's it. It's kind of like winning the World Series, except it's Lord Stanley's Cup.
It is.
And there was an episode of Boston Legal where William Shatner drank out of it. So there you go.
God, why?
He and James Spader drank scotch out of it. What do you want? What's a World Series?
Stanley drank out of one.
A Tamu. It's from the sports ball. Okay, so Sombra, this one's your fault. I want you to know that. This is what we're working on, or what I'm working on tonight. And let's get that in frame and get the white thing out from behind it so the camera can actually see it. This will look a little bit easier to see whenever I get some shading onto it. It's a GIF. It's a GIF.
Nice.
My brother is starting into a Spelljammer game soon, and I peer pressured him into playing a GIF because that's the right choice. And we need a nice, upstanding, overdressed GIF. So, GIF.
Yes.
So here's the plan with GIF. I'm thinking coat will be blue, the lapels and the shirt will be white. We'll work on the colors as we go through, but I'm thinking if I lay down some pink on his nose first and then do some light grays over that to try to give it some depth of color. Let's see how that goes. That's the plan.
Okay.
That's the plan. Anyway, paintbrushes. I have paintbrushes, don't I?
I would assume so.
I think I've done this before. Okay. Paintbrush.
There is that distinct possibility.
Paintbrush 1. Let's find me gray paint. Paint of the gray variety. This is me doing my Squic impression right now. Paint of the gray variety. Yes. With your human hands.
Careful there, Squic. It appears that you're here before you're actually here.
Time travel, yes. Not as though I've been sent from the future to infiltrate your human society. Okay, there's a couple of grays. And pank. Let's find some pank. We got some pank, right?
If you don't have pank, you can always mix up pank.
I really hope. Oh, let's watch that happen. Yeah, there it went. Brush just flew off my desk.
Oh no!
And it got caught on stream. Okay, and what was the other thing we did? Oh, I don't like that blue. Let's find a bluer blue. Yeah, that's a good enough blue. That's a good blue.
It's
That's
a
enough.
bluer blue for me and you.
Okay. Okay. Car, there is a new baby hippo at the Cincinnati Zoo. This is true, but I was doing the GIF before I heard about that.
You're doing it because new hippo.
Well, Fiona has a sister now, so it's important. Things are important. I have this on authority.
Things are made of stuff.
Stuff is made of matters.
Science.
Stonks. Okay. There. Pank. What kind of pank is that? Why, that's proacryl. Pank. Which is to say, it's tremendously pank. It is, in fact, bubblegum pank.
Oof. Oof.
I should have refilled my rinse cups before the stream.
Hey, Para.
Hi.
Para,
Yeah.
you want to hit that bubblegum pank with maybe a drop of red? Because, oh, God.
We'll see. We'll see.
I'm sorry, bubblegum pank is one of those colors that really aggravates me.
Well, here's the thing.
Here's one tone.
Here's the thing. We're going to do that, and we're going to spread it. God, it has just vanished on the palette on camera. It's amazing.
Yes, I know.
But, like, we're not going to be using it long. We're only using it on Lord Gift's nozzle area here. So you won't have to put up with it for long.
But you know what I mean.
I need you to say it again.
That pink is a very one-note paint, no matter what it is that you're doing.
Yeah.
It doesn't shade well.
No.
It doesn't. You put pink in, and it's there.
Yeah, but that's
There is no depth to pink.
That's why pink is going down first. And in fact, I had meant to do this and apparently forgot. Let's see if I can find yada 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 yada. I've got another paint, and it's Bugman's Glow. And we'll actually put a little bit of Bugman's Glow into the recesses.
And hello to Squic, the real Squic.
The real Squic!
Good evening. I have enjoyed paint fumes enormously with my human paint processing organs.
You see, it's like he never even left.
So why that hippo got a testicle nose?
Welcome to the Marik Workshop, everybody, where Squic says stuff and we all just react to it for 2 hours. Oh my goodness.
That's the secret to Borderlands. That's the secret to Pandora Pirate Radio.
Squic says things and people react.
Oh, it's all part of the process.
That's why he has one of our most quoted items, which is you put Alka-Seltzer into wine and it becomes champagne.
Well, that's totally how that works. Nobody look into that.
Oh man, can you put Alka-Seltzer in a soda stream and just cause explosion?
Probably. I can't speak toward the nature of said explosion.
Listen, you can put Alka-Seltzer inside of a seagull and cause explosion.
You can cause explosions without the seagull getting involved. There's no need to bring wildlife into this.
But seagulls are flying pests.
Yeah, and I don't want to get none of that on me. I fought chickens in Zelda. I don't want to see what the seagulls are going to do.
Fair.
I had one of my bosses the other day, and when I say the other day, I mean probably several months ago at this point, but I remember the story. Apparently, Mad Ducks is blaming Squic for something. I don't know what.
Yes. Squic, I blame you for something.
I am also curious. But I
Anyway.
also have mail from the Department of Licensing, so
Ooh.
I'm going to see what that's about.
Ooh, he gets a license.
I think
Anyway.
they want money because I have cars.
That's
car.
Un caro.
I possess human motor vehicle, standard subtype commuter.
So, my wife and I have, we're both friends with my boss's boss. And she wandered off one day to go get lunch while we were at work and went to Whataburger, then went out and sat by the bay to eat her whatever hamburger she had. And she's opened her door and she's hanging her legs out of the car and just enjoying the view. And suddenly, out of nowhere, a seagull strikes her in the back of the head from a dive. And another seagull dives in front of her as this happens and grabs the hamburger from her hands and flies off with it.
Pack hunters.
Don't fuck with the seagulls. They have tactics.
Oh, but did I ever tell you guys about the time I got rolled for a sandwich by a group of dachshunds?
No. No, this is not a story I've heard.
Okay.
However, I am very much invested now.
Give me a moment. I gotta scan this QR code so my technology can talk to my other technology so I can see what the hell was just posted. Well, it took me back to Discord. Okay, good job, Discord. You've logged me into Discord. Where was the original link?
In other news, Discord is Discord and continues to Discord.
Wait. In other nudes,
Yep.
I believe that there are some channels that I must be shown.
Not in the BPL. Marking something as a spoiler does not make not safe for work stuff safe for work. It's in the announcements.
It is.
I mean, war crimes aren't really safe for work in most places, but here we are.
Well.
So, yeah, anyway, I have a buddy in a place I used to live.
I don't believe you already.
Well, tough. It was in college. Nice guy. He worked as a general contractor, a family business. They were doing a whole thing, and they wound up remodeling their house. And I assure you, this is all pertinent to the story, because one of the things apparently you do when you're a general contractor and you're remodeling your house is you give yourself like a nice koi pond. And if you're building a koi pond, you may as well make a giant brick patio. And if you have a brick patio, you're going to need a giant barbecue to go with it. And if you have a giant barbecue, well, you've got to invite everyone over.
Why does this already sound like Squic is reading us some weird adult version of If You Give a Mouse a Cookie?
Yeah, I was about to say, it sounds very similar to the plot of...
No, and it was great. So he had a bunch of his college buddies over, and we had, it was a group where we did, small film stuff. We did music videos, a lot of fun.
And we had a beer or 12.
I mean, I didn't, but that was that time in my life. Anyway. Yeah, so we were all over there, and he's got like 20, 30 people over. Because, they wanted to do big barbecue, and we were having like pulled pork sandwiches, and made some kind of unholy tres leche cake where I don't know how you can get something that dense that is still edible, but that cake defeated me.
That sounds like a tres leches cake.
Oh my God, it was amazing, but also I begged for death that would not come. Anyway, before the cake, it's like, okay, it's barbecue time. We got sandwiches, and I had a pulled pork sandwich, and it was one of those ones where it's like, yeah, you take the bread, and then you cut a slice in it, and it's like a hot dog bun-shaped piece of bread at that point. And you just shove your pulled pork in there, and it's great, and it's amazing, and it tastes good, and I'm like, this is a really good sandwich. Then one of the dogs comes up to me, like a little dog, and he's just happy to be there. So, I mean, I put my sandwich down to the side. Rookie mistake.
That was your first mistake.
That was my first mistake. But I'm petting the dog there with two hands. And little do I know, the dog is like looking over my shoulder, giving the go signal. Because number two comes up. Number two comes up behind me. And all I hear is like the sound of a human face being shoved into a bowl of spaghetti. As his face is shoved into the pulled pork section of the sandwich and just inhaling, and the meat is collapsing in.
I am curious.
Okay,
Squic, can you give us an example of what that sounds like?
I do not have spaghetti or a vacuum cleaner, but I assure you the point of interaction is about what was happening there. And that took all of about 4 seconds, so it's long enough to just look over and be like, hey,
I'm pretty
That's my
sure I
sandwich."
had a sandwich.
And then he runs off. Because number 3 comes in full speed, grabs the bread by the side, and just takes off, going as fast as a wiener dog can go. And as I looked at that majestic creature carrying a hot dog bun like 1.5 feet long, like a unicorn horn, straight out in front of its face, made possible only by the lightening of the meat that would otherwise have collapsed under it, I realized these dogs are pack hunters. A further reinforced message when the dog I was petting fucked off to go eat half that sandwich.
Squick, I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Are you, in fact, Arlo Guthrie?
Not that I'm aware of.
Because you tell very Arlo Guthrie stories. Like, in that kind of rhythm and cadence, and this is, in fact, a compliment.
That's wonderful. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, the guy behind Alice's Restaurant?
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up on Alice's Restaurant. That's what you listen to while you're driving to your grandmother's house for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. And
There may have been some influence there.
And then, after you get done with that, you have to sit there and listen to the B-side of that album, because I do, in fact, have it on vinyl over here.
Nice.
You listen to I Just Want to Ride My Motorcycle after that, because Arlo doesn't want to pickle. He doesn't want to tickle. He doesn't want to die. He just want to drives on his motorcycle. Cool.
Oh, grumble.
Like, it is a deliberately terrible song. It's great.
Yeah, that's the story of the time I got rolled by a team of dachshunds who were working together in pack tactics to steal my sandwich.
And folks, you heard it here first.
And Squick, what have we learned from that basic mistake?
Oh, pet more dogs.
Yes.
They might be in it for them, but worst case, you're still petting a dog. That's pretty all right.
I mean, like, let's be honest. The Squick lost a replaceable sandwich, but he gained a pretty great story.
Yes.
You know, you're not wrong. And also, I replaced the sandwich, and I got my ass kicked by the cake.
Oh, well. Ass-kicking cake.
The worst part, and it was left out for narrative value, was that I was the only one unaware of what was going on. 4 or 5 other people were looking over at me, and they were looking at the dog, and they were looking over at me, but I was entranced by petting the wiener dog in front of me because, hey, it's a dog, you gotta.
One must
And surely
pet
they
dog.
would tell me if anything was going on.
Something untoward.
Yes, and then just boom.
When I was in
Boom,
college,
lacking sandwich.
the only interesting livestock or wildlife stories that we got was on campus. There's a big kind of park right in the middle of campus called the Ravine. And the Ravine is stocked almost exclusively with squirrels. And there's squirrels that have no fear because they're college students, and frankly, they either leave them alone or they squee over, oh, look how cute the squirrel is, or some dumb bullshit like that, because despite the fact that it was Eastern Kentucky University, like half the college had actually come from Ohio and apparently had never before encountered a squirrel. So the squirrels got to the point where it wasn't just they were not afraid of humans. They were like actively trying to challenge people for dominance of the ravine.
Attention, dickhead. Give me your wallet. This is now Attack on Titan, Fuzzball Edition.
So,
I don't know how to feel about that, but...
well, what they would do is they would sit up in the walnut trees, and they would pelt cars as they passed by. With walnuts.
Huh.
To be fair, if I was a squirrel, I'd probably do the same.
Well, you would also be a dick. Just like those squirrels were.
Yeah, I'd be a squirrel.
Yes, as my wife is saying in chat, the squirrels actually were, in fact, cracking people's windshields.
Yeah.
So
A
there's
sufficiently large walnut is not that different from a sufficiently large other item being thrown by a squirrel.
A walnut is not substantially different than a fucking rock. Today we learned. Okay, so...
So, chat is loudly demanding, quote, the possum story.
Okay. Okay. My wife is demanding the possum story. Okay. Possum story. I've got to put my brush down to tell possum story. I'm in high school, and I think I'm in high school. Maybe it's summer, and I'm home from college, something like that. I'm living, over the summer, either over the summer or just because I'm a high schooler with my parents up in the house way up on top of the hill in East Kentucky. By the way, if anyone is so inclined, I encourage you to support the rebuilding effort and the charity donations currently going on for the god-awful flooding that occurred last week in Eastern Kentucky, because that's been horrific, and I was there for it. In any event, there are t-shirts. There are lots of t-shirts you can buy. You can make direct donations, etc., etc. Anyway, parents' house up on top of the hill. 3 a.m. My wife has posted the link in chat if you are so inclined to make any of those direct donations. Also, Appalachian Apparel in Hazard, Kentucky. That's appco.com. Has flood relief shirts, as does, what was the other one? Shop Local Kentucky. I think Kentucky for Kentucky, and there's another one out of Moorhead. I can't remember. Anyway. It's like 3 a.m. and I hear something in my parents' dining room. I get up, I'm all the way upstairs across the house. I come down the stairs, I go to investigate, and I see a possum tail dive behind a stand-up piano. It is 3 a.m. There's a possum in the house. I don't know how this has happened.
About to play piano.
Apparently. I don't know how this has happened. My parents don't know how this has happened. They assume he slipped in at some point in the previous few days, because we heard something going on here. And we assumed it was some smaller critters. In any event, I wake up my parents. There's a possum in the living room. He's behind the piano. We have to figure out how the fuck we're going to get possum out from behind piano. Because for those of you that have never been face-to-face with possum, they are hissing monsters that, in fact, have approximately 11 trillion teeth.
Oh, yes.
So,
Square's just in there with Starfleet.
Possum is
now a crossover episode.
This is in fact now a side episode of Star Trek. The new Marik Workshop is now sharing canon with Star Trek.
Ooh, a cinematic universe is born.
Oh God! Now we just need to get Knife Fight City in here somehow. Nobody said it.
There's always Shankum's the Stab Possum.
Well, so here's the thing with the possum.
And that's how we got it.
It is now terrified. It's not playing dead terrified, but it's not going to come out for bait. The lights are on. It's behind the piano. People are trying to move stuff. It's unhappy.
It knows that it has fucked up.
It has. My father is trying to poke it out with a stick or something, and this isn't working. I come up with what in fact ends up being the solution. Parallax Possum Party. I go upstairs and I come back down with a toy nylon lariat that was given to me by my maternal grandfather 10 years earlier. It was just hanging out off the back of a doorknob in my bedroom. It is red and white nylon. It's a fucking toy lariat. Okay? Like the kind you see at a rodeo where somebody has one and they go, woo! And it makes a little circle right there in the air. So, Bully Snake, I want to make the point here. Having tried that, those tails are prehensile and they can curl up on them. So I prefer not to have my arms eaten. I managed to take toy lariat and slip it around Possum's head. I don't know how I managed to do this without getting eaten alive, because like I can't put the loop of the lariat any further out than the reach of my arm, but I managed to do it. I pull it tight and then have to drag this thing outside and get the lariat off of it at like 3:30 in the morning.
A water break has been redeemed. So break your water now and... Wait, no. So yeah, you've got... No, that's Canada Dry. You need Canada Wet.
Well, unfortunately, I can't get that in Texas. Can I get Canada Damp?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe just needed a couple of dick pics.
Oh shit! I guess I need to ask Bowser and Psyduck that.
Anyway, yes. So you've got this lariat around the possum's neck.
I drug a lariat out of my parents' house at 3:30 in the morning. I drug a possum out of my parents' house at 3:30 in the morning with a toy lariat, and like
Mad Duck's... Oh, good.
That's basically the story. It's not like, oh, it's a hilarious. It's hilarious because it fucking happened.
That is amazing. Mad Duck's 42 piping in with the very important technical point on possums.
Okay.
The important side note, or interesting side note, angry possums can triple their own weight when angry.
That sounds about right. Like I have some doubts about the laws of conservation of mass here, but it does seem like they do.
They don't care about conservation of mass. They angry.
They're possums. They care not for your subtleties of human science.
Yeah, they know hiss and they know hide, and they got both of those down pretty good.
Hello, gentlemen.
Cookie! Hi, Cookie. I'm painting a hippo man.
Hippo Man, hooray! I have
I'm
my
getting a phone call. I'll be
atlas.
right back.
I have an atlas. I have painted exactly one miniature, so this will be a...
Ooh. You'll have to send it in to art@wbpl76.com. That's right, art@wbpl76.com, where you can submit your art to this show and we'll show it off.
I just have to remember what colors I wanted to do.
What colors do you want to
Or
do?
what? I've got a metallic blue, I think, and I've got I'm gonna do the head with the stereotypical bony color.
Okay.
And then the hands in that color too, I think.
Okay, that sounds like a
So
plan.
it's not gonna be super hard, I don't think. Not gonna be super, what's the word I'm looking for? Complicated.
Well, sometimes you don't have to do complicated to get good results. Most of the time you don't have to do complicated to get good results.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my hi Grimos. I'm gonna use my very new, very awesome brushes that Wookie gave me. They are Panda Flies.
Ooh. Everybody likes
Panda Fly mini painting ones.
Everybody likes a fancy brush. I say, as I am using the cheapest set of brushes from Hobby Lobby I could conceivably find. Big fat number 8. You doing all right?
I'm not using rates, but let's see. What are we working with here? A number 2.
That's a pretty small brush. See,
well, yes.
I believe I've said this before to our fine people here in chat. When you're doing your base coats, you don't need a tiny brush. You need a brush that'll hold plenty of paint.
Nope. I perfectly agree with you, but right now I am onto this man's face. So
that's where the tiny brushes come in.
Yes. I am no longer to base coats.
This might not be the right color. Oh well. I may have grabbed the wrong bottle. That's okay.
No.
The blue, I think I got the black instead. Yeah, I did the black.
Oh dear. Well,
darn it. Well,
is the paint still wet on the model?
Yeah.
It'll come off if you hit it hard enough. Like
the metallic blue. The dark one.
Come on, Wookie.
All right. I may have it and just not realize I have it. Oh, dinosaurs! And there goes my mug.
Dinosaurs? Where did the dinosaurs come from?
I'm getting back into using regular words for epithets so that I don't end up.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Guys,
Since I start having students again.
You get to hear interesting things come out of Cookie's mouth in the most adorable way possible.
Because you can't say gamer words with 4-year-olds.
You can't be in like a preschool classroom and say fucking hell.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, it's discouraged, but not technically illegal.
Mad ducks. Mad ducks.
No, Squic needs to read it out loud.
Explain to me more about this Red Tail clan.
Okay, so wait, I'm reading this thing.
You shall read.
Alrighty. Standing on the branch of the tallest tree in the valley, a venerable gray looks down at the loud metal box, coming on the hard ground that tall invaders made before the invasion began. With a loud bark of alarm, the males of his tribe spring into action, biting large black... Sorry, I spent several hours in a room with paint fumes, and I'm still on the tail end of that. Which is, of course, a fearsome battle cry. With a loud bark of alarm, the males of the tribe spring into action, biting large black food nuts and leaping from branch to branch. The females grab the young and carry them back to the nests. As the loud metal box gets closer, the bombardment begins. Dozens of heavy food nuts landing on the metal box with loud thuds. The metal box stops on its hard path and begins to go away. Another call, and the bombardment stops. The invaders are leaving. The Red Tail clan will not lose their home today.
Our enemies hide in metal boxes.
This is
the cowards, the fools.
This is the epic of the Squirrel Clan.
We should rain nuts down on their metal boxes.
Then. Yeah, this is too... Okay, well, we're going to play.
Guys, we're playing now.
We're mixing the black and the blue because the black is too dark and the blue is too light. So we're going to play.
Ooh, dangerous chemistry going on here.
Yeah, dangerous chemistry, says the guy.
Dangerous chemistry.
Dangerous chemistry, yep.
There we go.
I do it every single time that we're on stream.
Yeah, I do too.
Danger chemistry.
Ooh, that's a pretty color. I like it.
Danger chemistry sounds like in the before times going to a taco bar and just adding things.
Going to the Korean barbecue and making your own tortillas to make on the spot.
Just going to... Oh, man.
Now Squic wants tortillas, guys.
No, I want Mongolian Grill, which has like little tortilla things, but they're like square rice tortillas, but you can make your own tiny burrito of spicy meat, and it's delicious.
I've only been to Korean barbecue once, and I immediately started looking for one in my state, and they're like maybe one, and it's like 5 hours away.
Nah.
If that.
Albuquerque, huh?
Maybe, yeah.
Albuquerque.
Exactly.
Mad Ducks, congratulations. I'm curious about what you did there, but yeah, none of us should be trusted with a microphone. The trick is, at a certain point, you can just get one.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's going to stop you.
Like,
no matter how much they maybe should.
Like, Amazon will take your money and be like, I don't care what you do with this.
Oh, God, so now Amazon is the discount Dan import. Okay, yeah, no, that tracks.
I will take your money.
I'm sorry, would you rather I have said you can go to wish.com and buy a microphone?
Oh,
no,
okay,
don't
no,
even. Don't even. Yeah.
Guys, this is clearly not good. Squic is still saying,
Look, the problem with Wish, aside from all of the other problems with Wish, is that when you try and shop there, or at least when I try and shop there, because I feel like gambling, let's see what you got. Like, I'll pay upwards of $1 plus another $1 in shipping for whatever arrives in a couple of months. But no, the problem is I'm like scrolling through weird bullshit that looks like a Bud K banged a gas station and they just started selling baby knives. It's like, no, every third page, no matter what you're on, it's like, clearly you want Lady Urinal 37 pack.
yeah.
Like, why? I do not, have not, and do not plan to need this product or service. Plus, don't buy anything on Wish that needs to interact with your genitals. Important safety tip.
Squick, obviously they know something about you that you don't.
Just so we're clear, I don't want to know that.
And remember, Thunderclap, those aren't parts for your gun. They're just fuel filters.
That's right.
Wink.
That's right. They're just oil filters. They conveniently have the same screw pattern. But, that doesn't
Those are
mean
oil
anything.
baffles. And in their defense, they are perfectly legal, right up until you screw it into the bang bang, and then it's no longer.
Well, no, not even then. It's once you screw it into the bang bang with the intent of pushing bullets through it.
Wait, so I can accidentally do it?
One of the things about it that gets pushed around is the idea that, I'm using it to lubricate my barrel.
Well, it is for oil.
Yeah, so people claim what you're supposed to do is to take it, screw it onto your barrel, and then turn it upside down so that the oil trickles down through the barrel and coats it and protects it.
That seems dumb.
You're not wrong. But I have seen dumber stuff.
Well, at that point, like, if we're shopping on Wish anyway, why not just get something that lets you screw an oil bottle into the muzzle?
Well, that's what you're doing.
No, not the filter. Whole bottle. 1 quart fresh oil. Straight down the pipe.
Well, I mean, you could. I'm sure.
I could do a lot of things. I shouldn't do most of them.
You heard it here first, folks.
What has stopped you so far, Squick?
I mean, the capacity for predictive action. Like, if
I
do
was
X,
actually going to
Y
say
will probably happen.
I was actually going to say nothing, but okay.
I happen to enjoy remaining unshot.
Okay.
I find that a powerful motivator. I'm going to eat this microphone now.
Nom 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 nom. Microphone brought to you by Wish.com. Wish.com. Because, lead.
Is it microphone? Is it cake? Don't put it in your mouth.
Microcake.
Oh, that sounds like a specialty rich person cupcake.
All right, folks, remember that Painting with Parallax this evening has been brought to you by Sanguine Corvatus Movers, an affiliate of Thousands of Suns shipping company.
That's right.
We like
When you
to
need
move
your
it,
shit
move it.
moved and don't care where it ends up, that's right, Sanguine Corvus.
Do you need your warehouse empty? No questions asked.
Help me, brother. This sofa needs to get onto the battle barge.
Pivot, brother. Pivot.
Left, brother.
Lift
Thank
higher,
you, Bully
brother.
Snake. Thank you, Bully Snake. That was absolutely required.
Yes,
Oh,
we
God, what just
appreciate it.
Totally not the FBI.gov. That's right, guys.
Oh, wow.
Totally not.
I mean, is that an available domain? Because I know downloadmorevirus.com was available.
Well, it's a .gov, so probably not.
Well, you just have to know the
Brother,
right people.
I'm pinned under this couch.
Brother, I am pinned here.
Brother, help me strip the copper from these walls.
Oh, I would watch the hell out of like meth marines.
Oh
So,
shit.
so I have a question for you, Squick. Would that just be cops?
Ooh, that's a spicy take that I'm not going to get into in the audience. Ooh.
No, no.
Yes, fine, brother. Lift with one of them. The other two will have your back.
Oh boy, Sanguine Corvus.
So they switched from Crayola to Rosart. Sombra, person
Brother,
after my own heart.
brother, get the screwdriver. The flathead screwdriver.
No, not even Rosart. Rosart is premium. It's luxury. No, these are Denny's crayons.
Oh shit. They come in tiny plastic sleeves and
They must
three
be-
distinct colors.
Dabs in Mech Factory designer, Grimo
Oh,
says.
Sanguine Corvatus moving. Your moving partners today.
We
No, I
need
think
to
we found
we
our
need to
crossover
make a
point.
we need to make a PSA for the channel.
That may or may not have already come up and may or may not already be in the works.
Okay.
So I'm just
I can promise nothing.
I'm just
except
gonna
that
throw it out
maybe.
there.
Rosart
Using the
crayons.
word brother will get the stream hit with a cease and desist.
What?
Poop.
Well, we're all family here.
Brother, get us out of this cease and desist order, brother. Avenge me, brother.
Brother Mama, fetch a lawyer.
The Administorum Eterniatus.
No, I'm just saying, I think we found our crossover point because, like, at the end of the day, aren't the meth marines just elementals?
Yes.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure at the end of the day, the meth marines are, well, frankly, they follow Papa Nurgle.
Oh no. Meth Marines would be they follow Slanesh.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Look, they're multifunctional. It's a little bit of corn, it's a little bit of Slanesh, it's a little bit of Nurgle. just a
Chaos
little bit of
United
everything.
Meth Marines. They're Chaos Undivided.
Chaos undivided, brother. The glory of chaos, brother. Their air conditioner shall seize it.
The chaos. Oh god. Chaos United. Oh, a
They're
chaos.
not even
United
from the
food
faction,
drive.
it's just... Yeah, they're icons, brother. We have stolen them.
I don't think these are the right ones. Oh well.
No, it turns out they're just orcs. Straight up. Very
Okay,
confused orcs.
so there was a time. There was a time
There was a time.
when
There was
the
a time.
when the Death Watch RPG had just come out.
When the Death Watch RPG'd come out.
We decided that we were going to get together and try and play a campaign of Death Watch. We all rolled up different Space Marines except one of my friends. This friend rolled up an Orc Knob
Okay.
who believed without a doubt that he was a Space Marine,
Well, he was then.
Be right
which
back.
made him a Space Marine.
Have fun.
Cookie is having paint troubles, folks.
Oh no. Oh, also from MadDux42. Howdy y'all, this is Bubba J from Bubba J's Emergency Moving Services over on Leonard Smith Boulevard next to the Waffle House. Do you need a warehouse full of evidence here processed? And look no further than Bubba J's Emergency Moving Services. You give us a call and we'll be on the job in under an hour, and by morning your warehouse will be stripped down to the studs. No questions asked. Call us now at 1-800-GET-DONE.
Bubba J's moving and foot massage. Bubba J's moving and foot massage.
We left out one very important line in there. No questions asked, no questions answered.
Ooh,
Hey, where did this go?
don't
No.
worry about it. Look, it vanished just like the accent. So, I mean, what do you want? Got the check bounces and suddenly the warehouse is back. Oh man, this ain't a charity service. We only steal things on commission. Here's your fucking building.
Just standing outside with a megaphone being like, hey, you had some drugs in here, right? Did you need your drugs back? Because we brought back your drugs.
Brother, the traitor's legalese is too strong. Reinforce us in the Emperor's name.
Reinforce us, brother.
Brothers, we are pinned here.
All right, I back.
Welcome
I have
back.
acquired more paint.
Cookie has acquired the paint.
Yes,
We
I've
shall
acquired the correct colors.
we shall
Paint.
continue with the
Wonderful.
application of the pigments upon the models.
Any of the colors are the correct colors if they're the ones you're using.
This
Yeah,
is
but-
actually very true, Squic.
Yeah, but this is actually the color I was intending to do previously, I think. Or shall be now, anyway.
Paint me, brother. Paint me like one of your Canopian girls, brother. Oh, shit, I just said
I
that
wish
out
to be
loud.
beautiful, brother.
I just said that out loud on a platform that lets you clip shit.
I wish to be beautiful, brother. Oh no, the check bounces and 2 warehouses worth of evidence appeared.
Oh no.
Wait a minute, I wasn't
still
running
stole your drugs,
guns.
but we printed
Where'd
these
this
out.
come from? Let's see. Let's see what we can do.
I think I need a smaller brush for this part.
No, larger brush. One mech, one swipe.
No, no. You need... Cookie, you need a brush for body bronzer.
And,
Brother,
Kathy-
paint me like one of the sororitas.
Kathy has subscribed.
Welcome
Thank you for
aboard,
5 months.
Kathy. I don't have any idea what has made that happen.
Now, Geth, the question is, which of the sororitas? Because it could be the Battle Sisters, it could be the Sisters Hospitaliers, it could be...
The Adeptus Himbonia.
Wow. That's a Blood Angels, right?
I'm not so sure.
I'm pretty sure it's not the Space Wolves.
No. Those are the space puppies. I could say one of the lesser known chapters is very easily the Space Himbonia. Brothers, the tacos were too strong. We must reinforce the outhouse.
Brothers, the outhouse has fallen.
Oh, no. Oh, no, there's a clip. Oh, there's 2 of them.
All right. So, what I would say is the Karkadons are
Previously, I
the
think.
himbos of the
Or shall be
40k
now, anyway.
verse.
Paint me, brother.
Is a crocodon like a himbo
Paint
that's a
me
lizard?
like one of your Canopian girls, brother.
No, it's like a really big shark.
Like a shark that's a lizard?
Yes.
Sure.
Lizard shark himbo man.
Yes.
Okay.
It's an upcoming sequel to Sharknado.
God, there's so many fucking Sharknado sequels. Like, the whole thing is bizarre.
They cost a
Listen,
nickel
listen.
and people talk about them.
Listen,
I don't think it's even
Tiberius the Red is 100% Sharknado himself.
that. Okay, so here's the thing though. As I understand it, and I have done absolutely no research to verify this, so take with requisite ocean of salt, but that's not going to stop me.
I do like salt.
Wait, no, fuck. I'm thinking of Dino Croc versus Paragator. Different film. Never mind.
These are things that get said in this show. Dino Croc versus Paragator.
Yeah, it all started with Dino Croc. It was during Sci-Fi's like
Ooh.
super schlock, just
During
we need
that
something to
period of
play
time
from
where they were
midnight to
just buying
3 a.m.
anything the asylum pushed out.
Yeah, it's just we need something to run from midnight to 3 a.m. for tax purposes. What can you do? He's like, well, I've always wanted to do a film about a dinosaur that's also a crocodile. They're like, yeah, okay, cool. That sounds cheap. We'll do it. And then he's like, okay, cool. That one actually did pretty well. I want to do a second one. They're like, no sequels. So he just takes a pen and he crosses out the title. And it's no longer Dino Croc. Now it's Paragator. And it's exactly the fucking same. So then he's like, okay, well, my last film did really well. And so I was like, fuck, fine, okay, whatever. Jeez, bullshit movie. And he's like, okay, I got a new idea. I'm going to have Dino Croc versus Paragator. And then the Sci-Fi Channel just did an enormous amount of blow and gave him the thumbs up from the unconscious / please get me to a hospital position.
It is a
And that's the story
well-documented
of how Dino
position.
Croc versus Paragator may have been made allegedly.
Allegedly.
I messed around with colors and I really like it. I
You-
mixed rose gold and white metallic and put it on the head.
Cookie, let me make sure I'm understanding what you're saying here. You
Yeah.
fucked around and you found out.
I did fuck around and find out, yes.
There we go. Guys, sometimes you fuck around and you find out, and it's not bad.
Yep.
You know, the thing that gets me about this story, Squic, is like back in the late 90s when sci-fi would actually produce made-for-TV movies, they did things like adapt Dune. And it wasn't a terrible adaptation. It was cheap, but
I hear what you say, but I want to point out this was not made for TV movie. Like you have movies made for
That's
the
true.
theater. Below that you have movies made for TV. Below that you have direct to DVD release. And this was the tier of made for no, not Walmart, that's too upscale. Made for the clearance bin of Ross Dress for Less.
I
This is a
understand these
dollar.
tiers of,
This is a Dollar General exclusive.
I understand these tiers of movies, and I believe I am in them.
The only thing is, I think maybe you may have reversed Walmart and Ross, but that's just a personal opinion. And it may vary by location as well.
I mean, that's fair. Walmart, it may be boring and bland, but at least they're usually reasonably well curated. In my experience, Ross, at least growing up, I don't know if it's still the case. Like, say you've got your mainstream, something you'll find at Walmart, just like, yeah, we got Veggie Tales over at Ross Dress for Less. Yes, we have vegetable stories.
Oh, it's Big Lots. Gotcha.
Oh, have fun out there, Lord Grimos. Sorry, chat. I'm trying to keep
Marik.
up with you, but I'm also busy just talking mad shit, and you understand how that occupies my eyeballs.
I'm painting, so I'm not being...
I am shaking the paint.
I'm not
I am
being
painting the paint.
I'm applying the paint with a skill called Glorb.
Yes, Glob.
Hit it with the Glorbre.
Praise Glorb.
Praise Glorb.
Praise
You beat
Glorb.
me to it by about a half second. Praise Glorb.
He is Zorg's brother.
He's Zorg's less ambitious brother that never moved out of their parents' house.
Brothers, we must embrace the Glorbant and bring them into Glorb's roundular embrace.
Praise Glorb.
Hey, leave Glorb alone. Glorb is like the master of his WoW guild.
Okay, I'm gonna let that sit for a bit and maybe do some, drying, and then we'll see where we go from there. Yay.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
If I do this well, I'm gonna start. I've got some girls to paint.
I do
They're
too.
tiny, but
They are
girls.
shockingly small, aren't they?
yup. Especially like the halflings.
Here's the human fighter at scale to the just the scale that the printer has them. They are so tiny. Like
I'm gonna have to wear my glasses to paint them.
yeah, they are this
Yeah.
tiny. They are, in fact, actual 28 millimeter scale as
Oh,
opposed.
that's beautiful. Oh, is that yours?
Yeah.
Did you paint that one?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, it is not
Thank you.
Glorbin time. Fuck off, chat.
Oh my goodness. This is what I needed this week. Glorbin time. Oh shit, I hope this becomes a Legion thing.
Oh no.
Praise Glorb!
It may become the lesser deity of the Ox.
Oh shit, Diggs, if you're watching, make it happen.
I'm just gonna pop into the
Praise
Ox with
Glorb.
praise Glorb.
Praise Glorb. Praise his holy-ish name. Praise his holy adjacent name.
Para, I just sent you a quick picture that at the end of this you should send Cookie.
Okay.
As far as those glasses and stuff like that.
Okay.
No, I have something better.
Bully Snake has exchanged points to enforce mandatory human limb stretching.
Ooh, stretch. Nobody said stretch what, so stretch fingies. Fingies stretch.
Yep.
Oh, fingies.
All right.
I'm sure chat loved that.
That's what they paid the game for, right?
Oh, yes, let's watch Parallax stretches fingies. Of course, the auxiliary has, in fact, accused me of just being disembodied hands, so that's all I got to stretch.
Enhance your hands
No,
with hand loudeners.
I do appreciate that fact, Para, but last stream you proved that you were more than just disembodied.
I don't remember how I did that.
You
Oh,
bumped your
shit.
camera.
Oops.
Oh shit!
Well,
I
that's-
dropped it.
That's
No.
the
Oh, it's just on the
shapeless
table,
void
though.
above my hands that can interact with physical materials.
No,
Yeah.
they saw your legs.
We
Oh.
saw your tummy and your legs.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I said
Luckily,
the
it still had a
faceless
shirt
void
pants on.
above my hands. Above my hands, I'm a faceless void.
Okay.
Okay, good news. They have seen your fake human torso. So they believe it's real and they're completely taken in.
Excellent.
I break and posture check from Itsamu.
Okay.
And
posture-
water break as well.
Okay.
Oh, fuck, I'm gonna have to go get water or I'm just gonna have to drink this hand cream.
Is it-
Lemony.
Do not drink the hand cream.
But
Let
I
me go
have
and
it
get.
in a
Let me go
container.
and get some water. I have run out of pop.
Okay,
I must
paint
go.
water it
I
is.
will be back.
Is that code for coffee?
Oh shoot! Dang it! I just broke it.
All right.
You
I'll
broke
be
what?
right
I just broke it.
You broke the
back.
atlas?
You have broken nothing.
I broke
What
the
you've
model.
done- no,
Cookie,
what you have done.
was it a printed model?
Yeah, it was a printed model.
Cookie, I'm just gonna put together a box of mechs and send them to you.
Okay, he's gonna super glue it for me.
Okay.
Yeah, and just add some battle damage or leave it hanging by a thread.
Oh,
Your
I
mech
have
just
that.
got fucked
Here
up.
we go. Here's this battle master where the where one of the arms didn't print, so I just did that to it.
I have
It'll
like a bunch of Atlas legs for no reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have to actually go back and retune my FEP after I replaced it, and because I'm getting delamination and all kinds of awful shit, so I don't think it's properly tightened, and I've been getting all kinds of mostly okay, but then also failures.
So I've got a really stupid thing I want to do.
Okay, I'm not here to talk you out of it.
All right.
I want to get an urban mech model, and I've got one, and I just need to reslice it because I need to hollow the torso, and I
Okay.
need the torso and legs to be separate parts,
Okay.
and I need to hollow one of the legs so I can put it on a base stand, and this will need to be abnormally large,
Okay.
but I want to run a pair of wires up the inside of one of the legs
Okay.
to one of those very slow motors in the middle, and I just want to have it infinite torso twisting forever.
Actually, Squic, if you're okay with the wire showing, I already have a model you can use for that.
I mean, we can always drill through it.
This
sounds dumb, and I want to do it. It
I-
sounds
I
hilarious.
think I sent this to Tex 2 years ago. I have the files for, and I'll just send you the files, for an Urban Mech bobblehead.
Ideal, yeah.
Here you go.
Hell yeah, send that over and I will force myself to do something dumb with it instead of just talking about it and not doing it.
Then once I can track down where it actually went, then that's what will happen.
Cool. I've also got this soldering kit I need to go through and actually assemble because it's for one of those Tesla coil / speakers.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get my water. I'll be right back.
Squic will be back. Now, chat, here's the thing that you don't know.
After these messages.
Be right back. Here's the thing that chat doesn't know. They have their strong suspicions that in fact Squic may be a robot sent from the future to infiltrate humanity.
A Cylon.
A Cylon, if you would, yes.
Listen, he is. We all know it. We just
We
live
watched.
with
We
it.
watched Tuesday. We watched Tuesday. He's a Cylon.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what I
we
don't
know.
think they know is that I might actually be an eldritch abomination sent from beyond time to do the same thing.
Ah,
This explains much.
it does. You know, we all just sit here looking at our lives and going, it's been a good run.
Yeah. Which reminds me, I found this the other day.
No, I'm not paying my taxes.
Time traveling clone of George Ledoux. Headcanon accepted.
But I'm reminded, this is for chat to hunt down on their own, or I suppose I could take half a moment and find a link and post it. I found at some point in the recent meet time past that there is a parody of the Plain White Tees song Hey There Delilah,
Oh no.
entitled Hey There Cthulhu.
Oh no.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
And
What have you done?
I'm not gonna play it over the thing, but I will get a link to it. I will get a link
Ground
to it.
control to Major Squic.
Take your protein pills and drink your paint water.
Oh no, someone on Monday did this and started it, and since then it's been stuck in my head. Here is he floating in a tin can, far above the earth. Squic thinks it's blue, and there's nothing we can do.
Bum ba dum ba dum.
Ba-dum-bum.
There you go. There you go, ladies and gents. If you don't get any vocals on the VOD, that's why.
Yep, that'll be it. That'll be it. I went bomb bomb. Also, I encourage everyone to follow the link that I posted into the chat box and have the experience of listening to Hey There Cthulhu for a bit, because it's a shockingly well-made parody. And I don't even know that parody is the right word. It's...
You know what my favorite version of that ground control song is?
Of
It's
Space Odyssey by David Bowie.
You know what my favorite version of that is?
That
It
is it.
Star
has
Fox Space Oddity.
no.
Is
It
it
is
Chris Hadfield?
Yes,
There
Chris
you go.
Hadfield's version.
Did you
In
know?
So
space.
I'm back.
Did
In
you?
freaking space.
Hey, Squick. I was telling chat. There are strong suspicions floating around about your status as potentially a robot sent from the future to infiltrate humanity.
Ah, how unfortunate. After all,
I am standard human. Everything is very normal. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
Yeah.
I feel
No,
like you're worrying, and that worries me.
nobody's worrying. Nobody's worrying, Hal.
Everyone should be worried. After all, 'tis the year that the moon hatches. Yes, common knowledge. Don't worry about it.
I was telling them we're going to gloss over the moon hatching because we don't talk about such things. That I don't think most of them realize that being a void that floats above most of a body, I'm actually an eldritch horror sent from beyond time to do the same thing.
Oh yeah, I mean that happens.
Yeah. You'd think we'd fight or something, but really we're just... It's kind of like watching Good Omens on Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime, the new Marik Workshop, not brought to you by Amazon Prime.
But they could be if they offered the princely sum of several $1 million.
This is true.
We kind of are because we are on an Amazon property.
I suppose
so
that's true. At the
But
same
not
time,
really.
I
really.
will freely admit to you that this live stream is brought to you by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman. They're just not paying for it.
Also, it's definitely brought to you by Sanguine Corvatus Movers.
Sanguine Corvatus Movers, that's right, because sometimes you need shit moved somewhere.
Here, Sanguine Corvatus Movers, we will take, your shit.
Here at Sanguine Corvatus Movers, we will move your relics, guaranteed.
Back the truck up to the loading dock, brother.
You have priceless family heirloom? Not anymore.
Would sure be a shame if something happened to it.
Back to the ship. One wall at a time.
Would sure be a shame. I don't know why suddenly Russian.
It would be a terrible shame if all of your walls were suddenly to find themselves in space by virtue of being classified as a space marine by the transmat system hovering above us right now.
Very nice, yes.
Negative. I am a meat popsicle.
I'm the conductor of the poop train.
You're the conductor of
that's
something.
just unfortunate.
And that was the night Squic turned into Tex.
And that's the night Squic went crazy.
Meow.
Meow.
So-
Meow. Brother,
So,
don't
gentlemen-
scratch the
Our
truck,
friend
brother.
went insane.
Brother, the company will charge us for your inaccurate driving skills.
Unlikely, brother. I have aimed for the Department of Motor Vehicles first, as they are most deserving of the Emperor's vengeance.
Okay. I need some of these filters.
They're a lot of fun.
That's right, folks. For an appropriate fee, Squic will talk to you. That's right, Squic, in fact, should set up a cameo and then just do whatever y'all tell him to.
Oh god, that would be a nightmare, but also hilarious.
Yes.
Squic, you'd just be asked to do a bunch of voicemail stuff.
Hello, you've reached voicemail. Isn't that impressive? Good job. You know what to do here, probably. If not, your inane ramblings will be recorded for later review, or most likely just read by the visual voicemail app. Anyway, make it snappy and try to enunciate such that we can understand what the hell you are saying. Otherwise, well, no promises. You might get a call back. You might not. Leave $20 here. Kabeep.
Oh, hydrate.
Hydration begins.
Hydration be damned.
Please, I do not want to be reclassified as a space marine again. It was boring last time and I had to leave them in the desert. Wookie says.
Did you... Okay, no, that was not your paint water, was it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, one of these times. I'm not even going to spoil things. Give me a moment. I need to send you a link to a product for a future bit that's going to be hilarious.
I don't know who he's talking to, but we'll find out.
Oh, yes.
Now
Probably
I'm
the
concerned.
man
Sorry,
with
that
the
didn't come
actual
out right.
camera.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Now I need him to go bum bum.
I mean, I would, but I'm in the middle of doing a thing. One moment.
Okay.
All right,
Guys,
there you go.
there's-
I
there's
have
a-
one brain cell, and it has been
Thank you.
tasked.
There's a Ferris Bueller's
That's
Day
pretty-
Off joke incoming, so everybody hold on to your britches. I assume everyone's got their britches in a tight grip, two-handed.
Two-handed britch grip. Try and take these pants off, strippers.
Try and take these pants, gene stealers.
So just so everybody's aware, this is what the show is this week. We got 30 minutes left, and it's I paint while Squic says shit.
It's shitpost o'clock. Time to be speaking.
Isn't that mostly what he does, except on Mondays when he actually plays a video game?
Oh, he's still shitpost then.
Oh yes, absolutely.
I know. I recorded a good portion of it.
Yes, which I appreciate. It lets me show other people. And it's like, here's why I wasn't talking to you for a chunk of Monday. Link.
And they're
Like,
just like, oh, that's a decision you made.
yeah. Like, understandable. Okay.
And
Understandable. Have a nice day.
That was the day they lost Squic's phone number.
And Para,
Hi.
you have my after image now.
I do. I will post that here at the end of the stream so everyone can see what you have wrought.
I forgot to take.
Yes, I just wanted to let you know that it is there.
I forgot to take a before.
What did you do? What did you do?
I forgot to take a before picture.
Oh, okay.
I just started glorbing.
Glorb. Did you remember to
Praise
thin your
Glorb.
paints?
Did we? Let's go ahead and ask again. Did we remember to thin our paints?
Yes. Yes.
Excellent.
I
Excellent.
prefer to
Very
thin my
thin.
paint.
Yes.
Oh.
It's running around on my paper.
I am reminded.
Cool.
Hey, Squic, as a person that does 3D print things with props and such, I imagine you're familiar with the works of Bill Duran.
Oh, yes. Punish Props Academy. Absolutely.
And actually, you're kind of in his neighborhood. But that said, Bill is having a sale on some of his stuff on his website until, I think, September.
Yeah, I've got most of the books. I need to see about
Not just the
rest.
books, though. Like, he also has, like, 3D files for, like, the Blade Runner Blaster and that kind of thing. And those are down to $5.
I just hit myself in the dick with a mint, so I'm going to need a moment to see where that went before I crush it into the floor.
I'm a little concerned about the fact that, I don't really need to ask what Squic is wearing that he managed to hit himself in the dick with a mint. I don't want that answer. I don't know if chat wants that answer, but I'm not
He
asking.
was probably following the Ralphie school of thought, maybe.
Hi, I'm Minty Richard, and I'm wearing pants.
Okay.
Can we not?
What's the Ralphie school of thought on this cookie?
You know what Ralphie's name is, right? Ralphie.
Yes.
Yes. Ralphie No Pants.
There you go.
I am Squic, who wears many pants.
I can confirm that Squic does tend to wear an awful lot of pants.
I wear long pants, strong bad. Always long pants. Longest pants. Everybody, longest pants. Long pants.
All right. Home
Okay.
Star.
Yes, time to shift topics without a clutch.
Oh,
as Claude has asked an interesting question.
Cold. What is the nature of your question?
When you go to buy paints the first time, is it wise to buy online immediately, or should you find something in person first? And I have thoughts and opinions, but I'm not the one painting on stream.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. You're going to end up trying some shit before you find the stuff you really like. What I like to do, or the way that I started out, that's how I'm going to say it. I started out with like nice paints, with like the Citadel base color starter set. Now you don't have to do that. Like, honestly, they're a little bit expensive. The pots are terrible, that kind of thing. But like, they're consistent. You know what you're gonna get.
Color starter set.
That too. Or the other option there is if you're just looking for base colors. I know Pro Acryl has a starter box that's just like primary colors, and like all that stuff is great. Like, But the question was in person or online, and really the answer to that is more along the lines of what brand do you want to try? Because you may. You are in fact a retail sales expert in such matters.
In person for the first time. The reason for this is because you may have questions. Online, you are not going to find the answers to those questions all in one place. The person behind the counter that is talking to you about the paint has either used the paint or used a paint similar to it before, and therefore can help you figure out exactly what it is that you need to do. And you might be looking at a certain type of paint, but if you're doing car models, you want to use a different style of paint than you would use on miniatures or the kind of models that we've been painting. So all of this kind of leans into the fact that depending on what it is that you're doing and what brands you want to use, what kind of result that you want, it's better to have someone that you can actually talk to about that for the first time. And then from there, you might be able to refill from online, or you can go back and support your local shop.
Now, that said, I am going to also add on to that. I don't disagree at all with what Warlax just said.
This thing is not working for me. Sorry, the stand. I keep losing the...
Cookie.
What?
Base, medicine bottle, blue tack. Poster tack is the answer.
I have some of that, actually.
That's the answer. Apparently, I just managed to talk Warlax into that. But,
yeah.
Oh, no, I just had to be able to find some fucking sticky tack.
Okay. In any event, the only thing I would add on to what you're saying, Warlax, is this. I would find an independent shop to ask these questions at. I wouldn't go to the Warhammer store and ask those questions because they are, of course, going to tell you to buy Citadel paints.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm going to be the hot take of dissent on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Because all of those do point out wonderful things about paint stores and about paint sales, but that wasn't the question. Now, I'm going to contend that until you start dicking around with these, you're not going to know what questions to ask. Because there's so much that's just immediately in there. You don't even know, to steal a line, you don't know what you don't know until it's like, well, that's weird, or that's funny. So I would take the other side, and I would say get yourself a war painters, just
army painter
paint set, and a again, controversial take. I would blow the extra money on a cheap vortex mixer, and between those, you're gonna get pretty good results because you're using a pretty good paint, not something super fancy, but pretty good, with pretty good equipment. And it's going to be such that the paint is not going to be your limiting factor for quite a while. And at that point, once you start to feel like, hey, this paint just isn't doing what I want it to, or it's doing something weird, or you have a point where you have a specific defined question, I'm trying to do X, but instead it's doing Y. That's the point I would say start talking to whoever you've got out there, where you can borrow their expertise once you've got a little bit more foot on the ground for it.
And I'm going to add into this conversation on Squic's side in that, in my situation, it's almost a non-starter because I do not have a flag anywhere near me. So I don't have a local game store. So online has to be for me.
And
so sometimes that's a factor.
I actually do have local game stores, but they are all, like, there's an actual Warhammer store where I am, or there are stores that sell Games Workshop stuff. So, like, my options are I go to Hobby Lobby and buy Vallejo, or I buy Citadel stuff, and I mean, that's all I've got. So I don't have a friendly local game store to go to ask these questions. If you do, and they carry multiple lines of miniature paints, it's a great place to start. Sometimes I've run into stores that will host painting nights where they bring people in and say, hey, let's teach you to paint something. And it's like, oh, we'll trade a few dollars for entering into the event. And you can use whatever paints we have on hand, and you can paint them, and somebody will tell you what you need to do, and this kind of thing. So sometimes you can run into that kind of thing, and I'd say if you can find that, that'd be ideal.
Mm-hmm.
We have talked about starting that up a couple of different times. So it's now just a matter of getting enough people that want to do it and enough space to be able to do that.
Yeah, when I was in
But again,
college doing this,
we
it
are-
was Reaper Minis.
Yep. But again, the thing that you have to remember is I work at a full-service, full hobby shop. It is not just games and minis.
Mm-hmm. So you have a variety of options on paints.
Yes.
That said, I stand by. Oh, God, I guess it depends on how you learn best.
Yeah.
Like, really, at the end of the day, whatever gets you paint in hand, even if it's just like go to Walmart with $10, get 10 things of apple barrel paint. Yeah, it's crap paint, but it's paint, and you're putting paint on something, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
I will not disagree with that. I just, from the perspective of a person who has been through the let's do this the difficult way, I find it much more easy to be the person who is on the other end and being asked the questions to help the people.
All right, well, I don't know.
What's wrong, Cookie?
I'm just not satisfied with this, but I don't know if it's the not satisfied because it stinks or not satisfied because I'm being an artist again.
Hey, Cookie.
What?
It looks like shit until it doesn't.
Thank you.
Like, at the end of the day, if you're really unhappy with it,
Strip
just,
it.
like-
Start over.
no, take it to your local range, a single 22 round, and it's like, boom, autocannon hit.
I don't even think you need to do that. Backyard with a BB gun will take care of a resin model.
Well, actually, I guess at that scale, it's more like long Tom hit. You get to keep one of the feet.
Smoking crater. You know how it is.
All right, there we go. I'm gonna pause, and the other thing I'm gonna do that I do with my 2D art is I'm gonna set it down and look at the stream for a while, and then come back to it in a minute. And
That
see
sounds
what
like
I
a
think then.
wonderful idea. Giving yourself some time and thinking about things. And
Yep.
I hate how these cloaks work.
Oh, also, Mad Ducks, in regards to the video. Excellent voice, good background there. My only real negative comment is that all your audio is on one side, so you might need to copy that mono over to both ears. Otherwise, hell, throw some catchy sales, royalty-free background music in there. You've got a hell of a thing.
Oh
Nice.
no, he didn't do our Sanguine Corvatus for us, did he?
No. Sanguine Corvatus.
Urban Mech event.
Okay.
I st-
You had me you had me slightly worried there, because that's been one that I really have wanted to do, and I just need to get off my butt and actually get it written.
Hell yeah. Just learning how to do it. Okay, fair. There's a couple of places you can do it. When you're first recording, sorry, I know I'm stepping on painting time, so somebody yell at me if I need to fuck off
Painting
with this.
time.
But, okay, doing it with background music, cool. But yeah, you can either record in mono, because normally you get one audio channel in stereo and it does weird things, unless you manually copy it over, unless you change your mic recording to mono in whatever software you're using to record. Or, if that's not an option, then in whatever video editor you're using, there's generally an option to either copy left track to right track, or to make it full mono audio, which, unless you're doing something weird with stereo setup, should work just as well. Usually, most of the time.
With only some caveats. Welcome back, Cookie. I know you didn't leave, but you seem like you're taking a heavy breath.
Yep. Put my reading glasses on so I can actually see the tiny details.
That's right. Welcome to the BPL, where the average age is high enough to have disposable income and young enough not to give a damn. Average
I
age.
wish.
Average.
No, see, I don't give a damn, but I don't have the disposable income either.
My new earbuds have arrived.
Ah.
I will be right back.
That's right. You too can
will
listen to
charge them.
things through your ear holes.
Yes, as the humans do. I'll be right back.
God, I love the way that actually went down.
What?
I just sent you a photo of the next model that I'm going to be working on,
Okay.
and the cloak that I've put the paint on, and Jesus Christ, it looks really nice.
I'm really hoping that it's like a set of Battle Brothers that are based on like the 1990 Denver Broncos.
No. If you're not familiar with Gaunt's Ghosts in the 40K verse, I might have to do something to fix that.
Oh, we'll see. Come
Because
around it. Now, this is
because I am sorry, chat, but I am going to go ahead and say this now. Dan Abnett is the best 40K writer out there, and I will not back down from that.
he will die on this hill.
Yes.
I've never read a 40K thing that wasn't like a wiki, so.
Well, what I will tell
I know
you is,
precisely -1 about 40K, so.
and that is perfectly fine. However, Gaunt's Ghosts was made by Dan Abnett, and it is one of the best book series out there for the entire series.
Come on, get off of there. Had a thing on the thing. It was making trouble for the other thing. Okay, you see, I feel like I should have been able to finish up GIF here. And he looks okay so far, but he's not done. He's got more work in him. But I have to wait for bits of him to dry now. And my desk fan is on the fritz. So now I have to wait. This is the waiting part of the game. Well, I guess it did get all the way until 10 till 10. Or 10 till 11. That's right.
10 to 10
till...
it is to 10. It is 10 to 10.
Well, in Mountain Land.
Which is where I am, so
Yes.
of course it's right. Sorry. That was...
So, of course, it's right. Whoa, now, hold on.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Eastern time is God's time, so.
It's Texas time, so that's,
Oh, no.
that's
No,
kinda
it's
what
not.
folks do.
No, it's not. Texas is Central Time.
Texas.
The time of the man Tex. Gotcha.
Yes.
Yes, but you see, it is not God's time. It most certainly is not, especially if you live in Britain.
Hey. Having just come back from Kentucky, I can assure you that when you call God on the phone, it's a local call.
Well, depends on how close you are to West Virginia.
Wow.
Shockingly close, as it turns out.
According to John Denver.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but between me and John Denver, one of us is dead because he flew into a mountain, and the other one's painting.
Shit.
So, paint water. Oh, Sasquatch is picking a fight. Here we go. And
Mountain time is best time. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mountain time is certainly a time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Thursday Night Rumble.
That's right. Here on WBPL 76, we're hosting the biggest event in chat entertainment.
Thunderclap Sasquatch is going off against someone.
Night Owl.
Claim...
Night Owl, I think.
Is going off against Night Owl, who claims that mountain time is the best time.
I have to answer a question for Cold. Cold, it depends on the paint and the model. And the kind of painting I'm doing. Like with GIF here, I was using speed paints or contrast paints. And when you do that, I start at the top and work down because like I'm trying to make sure that the speed paints or the contrast paints work their way into everywhere that they need to, and it lets me make sure that everything has a similar coat onto it, etc., etc. If I were working on something more mundane and I weren't using speed paints, what I usually do is I start at my darkest color and build up. But there are different kinds of thought on that. Sometimes it comes down to the color. Sometimes it comes down to what you're trying to accomplish. If you're doing non-metallic metals or any of these kinds of things. And like sometimes it's like start at your... Probably the best thing to do as a broad generalization for technique on this is after you've primed it, you put down your base coat. So kind of the color that you really want shit to be here. So see if I actually have anything nearby that I can point to on this. And I kind of don't.
I'm back. What have I missed?
Fight about time zones. But
did I win?
No, actually nobody stuck up for Pacific time.
Oh, is it too late? Can I get in on this?
No, it's too late.
Aw.
But Cold, probably the best thing... Okay, here we go. I've got this Marauder 2 here. I think it's Marauder 2, not a 2C. Like, if I don't know what the hell I was doing with this thing. It's been 3 weeks. Let's say I was going to make it brown. What I would do here is I would paint the whole fucking thing this color that I already have down. That would be my base color. And then I would probably work in the shadows. The simplest way to do that would just be a wash, a sepia wash or something darker. In terms of like army painter quick shades, like a strong tone would be what I would put over this. And that'll add your shadows. Then I'd let that dry and I'd come through and do the highlights with something lighter than my original base color.
And Cold, what I'll say is it harder to paint a lighter color on a darker color?
Yes. Well, it
yes,
depends. It depends on the paint.
It does depend, and the other thing is that if you try and paint a darker color over a lighter color, you're going to miss out on that lighter color one way or another.
Yeah. And that's another thing about working in very, very thin colors is like when you start with your base color and like you apply that a little bit thin so it doesn't build up any texture, but you apply that over your model, you can then thin out whatever you're going to use for your shadows or use a wash or however you're going to do that. And it's very thin and it's going to work its way into the crevices. And if it's especially thin and it's not super pigment dense, then it'll take several coats of it and you can really control how much of it you're getting onto the model. And that works on the way up also. So if I were doing my GIF here in that way, let's say I was working... Actually, he's a terrible example. He doesn't have any of that.
Actually, Para, if you're looking for an example of going up, that would be the cloak picture that I sent you.
Yes, it would. So let's step back to that real quick. Wait, the one you just sent me or the one from earlier?
The one that I just sent you.
Okay, give me a sec.
The non-finished one. The one that I just started.
Okay. Save image as. Thing go there. Open thing.
I'm blessing this and calling it done.
Well,
hell yeah.
You are welcome to do that. You also, I will remind you, as I remind everyone, that if you're unhappy with it, it's basically impossible to ruin a model with paint. So you always have the option of stripping paint or painting over it or adding to what you have.
Well, I may paint the base, but I sent you a picture of what I've got so far.
Okay, then I will also grab that, and we will consider this to be kind of on our way out. So let's see. Okay. Okay. Cookie, that's not bad. For like a first battle mech, that is decidedly not bad.
Second battle mech,
Well,
but I did not thin my paints the first time, and it was Glorb Central, really.
Yeah.
Glorb.
Yeah, it was Glorb was not even happy with me.
It is very possible to ruin a mini with paint strip or a night owl.
Okay, let me put it like this. When it comes to stripping paint, when I say stripping paint off a model, if we're talking about resin or we're talking about plastic, I usually mean something like LA's Totally Awesome, which is like a Dollar Tree thing you can buy. I don't mean like, oh, I'm going to dip this fucker in turpentine or acetone because that will eat your resin or your plastic. If it's metal, go for it. But if it's not metal, don't do that.
I found something I want to fix, so I'm fixing it.
Good.
But yes, it was on the back. But anyway.
Hey, Cookie, another piece of
Yes.
advice when you're working in three-dimensional art like this. Take your model, turn it upside down.
Yeah.
Every now and then you need to do that when you're painting. It lets you see if you've missed anything on the bottom of it. You can get some better angles that way, but it's not always super apparent. But yeah.
Right. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Okay, I'm trying to get to stuff with things. Okay, we got things. Things and stuff.
So, to finish the answer to cold.
Doop-a-doo, transform and roll out. Where's there it is. Bit to screen.
Stolen a human skull.
Okay, so apparently the slideshow is just going to go back and forth. What if I don't want you to do? Okay, we'll just do that thing. There. Okay, so there's Cookie's Atlas. Guys, Cookie's Atlas ain't bad. Especially for a second mech. For a second mech, that's solid. And like this. Now, I can already tell you, I know that that's a Sylogy mech. That's a Matthew Mason Atlas. It's based on the MechWarrior Online ones. And they are not the most forgiving models to paint. Like, they don't give you a whole lot of opportunities to pick out details and that kind of thing, because there's no panel lines on these things.
I realized also that the yellow light in my room strikes again, because
I'm set up here right now with several LED lights that are like, seriously, it's 4 or 5 inches away from my camera, pointing directly at this green mat, and it's a Cry 90 light. Yeah. And then I actually have like this architect's light directly over my desk. That's also a Cry 90 light. So.
Yeah.
Okay, and this. Warlax, tell them about it.
Waiting for the screen to change so that I know which one it is.
It's the one that you told me.
Oh, the cloak? That was just for an example for
there you go.
painting upwards, or working from the bottom up while we were talking with Colt. So what you're seeing down with this is I started with the bottom of the cloak and worked my way upwards, which you can see has helped to give the bottom a bit more body and a bit more color to it, almost like it's a little bit more worn. That would be a reason that you would start from the bottom and work your way up, is if you wanted like the highlights or something like that to more specifically hit the top of whatever it was that you were looking at doing.
Also, very importantly, it gives you the opportunity to do things like tell people when you're painting this that you started from the bottom and then you paint to where you are and you say, now we're here.
Yes, we started from the bottom. Now we're here.
I'm not sorry. I should be. I really should be, but I'm not.
Hey, Mad Ducks, quick opinion. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I just wanted to say I really like the way that laid down on that cloak.
That does look beautiful.
Now, Mad Ducks had a question.
Yeah, or Mad Ducks was soliciting an opinion on what they've done there, and I think you got the idea. I just think you need more used car sales music. Just the pump up, sell now, buy, buy, buy. We've got cars, the deals you need right now. Give us your money. Don't
Fuck
think
you,
questions.
Baltimore.
Okay. It is 11 o'clock. I still have to get
Why?
up and go to work tomorrow.
No, your time zone is wrong.
I don't disagree with you, but the time zone I do agree with is actually an hour ahead of me. So, Warlax, there you go.
Yes. All right, this is the model as it stands now. It is completed, I feel. Feel free to roast me if necessary. However,
Do it.
that would be try again brag. Completed, down, and done. I actually quite like how he turned out.
Yeah, that's not bad. You've really brought out the highlights in that there burrito cannon. Seriously, that thing's terrifyingly large. No, especially between the setup there. Oh, looking good. Ooh, the boots. I want to call out the boots, especially around the wrinkle there.
I'm gonna go make a guess here. Runic gray on the boots.
Yes.
Okay.
Runic gray mixed with scale 75 black ink.
Okay.
That's a lot of scales.
Oh no, hold on, I'm sorry. Gravelord gray, not
Ooh,
runic.
the darker one. Okay. Just so that everyone's satisfied, this is where I am leaving off tonight on Mr. GIF. Mr. GIF here is, I've made some good progress on him. He is not nearly done. Like, there's plenty left to do on him, and I will be getting to that probably over the weekend. So,
I mean, he's looking way classier than when I walked into Old Testicle Face.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But to be fair, like when Squic came in,
Nose.
his nose was really pink.
His nose was
Okay.
ballin'.
Gosh.
Thunderclap Sasquatch, thank you, I appreciate it.
I'm sorry.
No, that's-
What sounds suspiciously Eastern, Sasquatch?
And the time zone you agree with.
In fact, it is, and I will fight you over that, Sasquatch.
Ah, well, that's where you're wrong, because you're wrong, and you continue being wrong.
Well,
Okay,
as
so-
You do you, it's your show, but no.
well,
that time
Squic-
zone is objectively not convenient for me.
Squic, as a qualified Southerner and Easterner, I can say one thing to you in response to that, and that is, oh, honey,
Wow.
bless your heart.
Oh no, your heart has been blessed.
As a
And Squic
gentleman from
grew
the
a
Western
heart.
Coast, I can offer the following. Well, that's an interesting theory, and I see what you're trying to do. However, the method by which you've arrived leaves me somewhat curious, so I have a few questions. To wit, fuck you.
I believe my response to that would be, oh, honey, your biscuit ain't done in the middle, is it?
We do not consume biscuits on this coast. We have cookies, terrible beer, and coffee that comes out of the butthole directly. You are welcome.
You're not doing a good job convincing me of anything about the West Coast that I haven't already decided.
It's also fair. We've got some pretty all right burgers. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, we have roads wide enough to drive on.
Yeah, that's nice. And
Did-
sky wide enough to see in. Yeah.
And we have some 7-Elevens, like over there, I get it, you have the Wawa. We have some equivalent stores that do not live in the middle of a Superfund site.
Now, I want to make a joke
Yeah.
here, and that is that, one, 7-Eleven recently bought out Stripes, so that shit's all over Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Two, they ain't no 7-Elevens in Kentucky. Three, ain't no Wawas neither.
Circle K. Circle K.
Yes. And that is one thing that has absolutely made me laugh my ass off was after 7-Eleven bought up all the Stripe stores, there were lots of former Stripe stores that suddenly turned into Circle K's in my city. And I'm just like, oh, look, shit from the East Coast can go west too. It doesn't just go the other way. Also,
Yeah,
Mad
speaking
Ducks.
of-
Mad Ducks, real quick, because you highlighted, I have to answer. I don't disagree with you on that. unless somebody puts their toe across my border, or you happen to be Clan Wolf.
Oh, well, we can't be friends anymore.
Hey, I'm sorry. It appears to be what's going on right now in the Ilcon era.
Yeah. Well, Ilcon is dead to me, but you know.
Okay, well, there you go.
But okay, so I wanted to say before we went away that I will be taking Faraway Fridays tomorrow night.
Ooh, what are you
I
playing?
I will be continuing Nino Cookie. So Nino Cooney, and we'll be continuing on. We will be doing our mini ghost hunt, trying to start this quest that I was supposed to start in Ding Dong Dell and didn't get started. So we'll get that started.
Don't worry, Cookie. We're halfway through Borderlands 1 and Squic has not finished jumping Pisswash Gully.
Yes, the urine canyon has evaded me.
Yes, so we'll be going back to Ding Dong Dell and then going to continue back. So, yeah, but it'll be Faraway Fridays this week, and then we're working on finding me a better time slot. So I might be shifting around a bit because, you know, school and stuff. But I miss you all too, so I appreciate that. So we'll be doing Faraway Fridays this week.
Nice.
Yeah,
Parallax, are you some sort of sky pirate there? Because they don't seem to be respecting the law of gravity.
Well, you know, the Astro Sea isn't bound by such tiny ideas as gravity.
I want them to pop up like on the side there as a random bit, and I want the voice line to fire off with "Hello there."
Give me a sec.
Hold on. If you would kindly. Hello there. Hello there.
You're a bold one.
Okay, somebody clip that.
Hello there. Oh.
This is what we're doing now. It's just...
Well, hello.
Okay.
That was not the right voice. But that's not going to stop me. It probably should, though.
Hello there.
And at that, I believe that the time has come for us to call it a night, folks. As previously stated, I do unfortunately have to work tomorrow. But this has been fun, and this was kind of one of the breaks that I needed. So, thank you all for being here. And we'll see you all hopefully next week. And in the meantime, here's my Hippo Man.
Hello there.
Hot damn Hippo Man.
Bye.
Later on,
Good
y'all.
night, everybody. And Matt